You are indeed a servant of a dark god. Abandon hope and embrace the inevitable end. That's the kind of speech that Harem's companions must endure. Oh, good. You're just going to be a joy to have around, aren't you? All right, well... Good morning, everyone. Dave from the wee hours here, back with some more Pathfinder Kingmaker as we take Telfanar through the Aldori mansion, trying to liberate it from the assassins. None more surprised than Telfanar. He mostly showed up for the free meal. He was promised a banquet, and all of a sudden there's assassins and plans and schemes, and people are dying, but he's just going to roll with it as he normally does. Let's keep pressing on through the mansion here, but I think what Telfanar learned from the last episode is, although he's not afraid to pull out his sword and charge into combat, it's not his smartest idea. So we're going to play this a little bit more stealthy. Let's just crack the door.
Oh, familiar faces. I hope you're not so frightened as to swing at every shadow. It's me, Jathal. I don't recommend advancing down the hallway, assuming you value your life, of course. There were a few people with me, and you can see what happened to them.
Now we met Jathal in the initial area in the banquet during the announcement that one of us is going to get to be Baron, and I think we'd get along with Jathal. I mean, she's got a huge scythe. I certainly don't want to mess with her, that's for sure.
And just how did they all end up dead while you don't seem to have a scratch?
Oh, Tarutccio, you're suspicious of everything. But then again, I'm suspicious of you, so that kind of makes sense.
I'll answer but briefly and just once. Further scares and explanations will wait until we aren't being hunted by a group of assassins. Deal? All right. I'm undead. These traps are deadly to the living, but they're harmless to me.
Okay, an undead elf with a scythe on her back. I like her more and more already.
What do you mean, undead? Really? Like zombies or skeletons or...
Oh, Lindsay, just calm down. Why do I feel like I'm going to be stuck with you for a while, Lindsay? You're mildly annoying. I mean, you're adorable, but you're mildly annoying.
As I said, further explanations will wait until later. All you need to know right now is that we're on the same side, and we have to fight off a small army of hired assassins. Let's get to it.
Okay, and Jathal has joined our party. All right, and we're going to go through the trap-filled hallway and do a perception skill check or a trickery skill check to disable a trap. Well, good. Telfanar, that's his wheelhouse. That's what he's good at. He is, in fact, a rogue. He is, in fact, well, let's call it like we did back when D&D first came out. He's a thief. Yes, we didn't call them rogues back then. All right, there's our first trap. We've obviously clearly seen it with our perception skill, as I'm no doubt Telfanar would. This is where he's going to shine, is disabling traps, finding traps, getting rid of them, maybe placing a few of his own. Can we disarm that? Yep, we sure can. No problem. Absolutely no problem. And a nice little 54 XP for that. Now, there's rooms off to the side here, but, you know, this is Pathfinder. If there's going to be one trap, there's going to be a bunch of traps. Let's just keep Telfanar. Yep, that is not a surprise to Telfanar at all. If you're going to put down one trap, you may as well put down a bunch. That's a good method of thinking. Let's disarm that.
Impossible.
Wow, we actually failed that. I'm very surprised at that. I mean, I know Telfanar is only a level 1, but I kind of assumed these being tutorial traps, we would automatically pass it. Now, can we just keep trying? Apparently we can. Okay, and we got it that time. Fair enough. That's very surprising to me. And another trap. I kind of assumed tutorial area, they're just going to sort of auto-pass, but no, we failed that. All right, Telfanar managed to boost things up in his trickery level. Now, is there anything around the corner that wants to murder us? There's a dead guy, which makes me think there's another trap right in the middle here. So let's just very slowly move through here. And our perception is not picking anything up. Okay, we're good. We're good. Right up until that doorway. Okay, that's fine. Let's just loot. What do we got here? Scroll of Shield of Faith. Fine. And Scroll of Bless. Fine, grab those. Absolutely, grab those. Yes, I vaguely understand how scrolls work, game. It's fine. All right, we can probably not need to be stealthy here. And just before we go any further, let me just check out Jathal, see what she does for a living. What are you? You're an Inquisitor, and you're neutral evil. All right. So you're not completely vile, but you're not a terribly nice person. I kind of feel Telfanar being chaotic good and her being neutral evil, those are not completely, diametrically opposed. I feel chaotic good could get along with neutral evil under the right circumstances. I think that's chaotic evil, maybe not, but neutral evil, I want to be friends with Jathal. She's neat. I just like Jathal. Let me bring everyone else up here while I'm talking here. All right, let's get some basic searching and looting done. I don't think we need to be stealthy right at the moment. Yeah, nothing in here that wants to murder us, and not a heck of a lot to steal either. What do we got here? A fauchard and chainmail. Yeah, not really. Let me just do some quick looting, and then we'll move on. Yeah, not a heck of a lot going on in those two rooms. Just a little bit of gold and a pearl necklace. No big deal there.
My skills are absolute.
Well, they're not that absolute, Telfanar. You kind of failed that trickery check back there, but that's okay. Well, I admire your confidence. You are very confident in your abilities, even when they fail. What's your deal, guys? Are you house guards? Or no, you're kicking the door. I'm assuming you don't belong here. Jamandi's cache has to be around here somewhere.
Make an epic pose. I need inspiration.
Okay, apparently stealth didn't really work there. Let's bring it on back. Telfanar, get over here. Jathal, you're the one with the huge weapon. Why don't you kind of lead the charge here? And Tarutccio, get back here. Let's bring them to us. All right, Jathal, get in there and start beating that guy with your scythe. Tarutccio, what could you be doing for a living? Go with the classics, Acid Splash. And Lindsay, I think you could probably daze this guy, and I will also do an acid splash, but on the other guy, while Jathal kind of holds their attention, which I hope she is. Yep, she totally is. And then I'll charge in. I should be able to now. Let's use our roguish abilities to their abilities and actually get beyond this guy. If we attack him from the side. Yeah, kind of what I thought. Telfanar should be attacking from behind or from a flank or something like that. Find and open a cache in Sword Lord Jamandi's Aldori's mansion. Okay. Well, before we do that, what's here? What lives out here? Oh, it's outside. Okay, we're probably not supposed... I mean, we'll probably end up there, but we're probably not supposed to be going there. We should probably be checking for traps, though. Yeah, Telfanar, just do a little stealthy trap check up and down this hallway. See if there's any traps or any other assassins who want to murder us. Okay, no traps and no assassins, just 2 rooms. One of them off here, and just so I just don't keep walking back and forth here. Jathal, why don't you go in this room? So just a bunch of statues, and there's some chests we could loot over here. What's that, a little bit of gold? Sure. Silver disc? Sure, I'll take that. Again, not opposed to a little light thievery. And what is this? A rusty horseshoe. Useful household item. A merchant would pay well for it. And merchant would pay well for it is code for sell it to a vendor, it's trash. Although, I feel... Maybe I'm over-reading way too many RPGs in my life, but I feel there's... Taking a horseshoe, game years later, somebody is going to say, boy, I wish I had a lucky horseshoe, and I would give you lots of experience in gold if I had one, and then we're going to need one, and we'll have sold it to a vendor. So, well, there you go. It's bound to happen. Maybe I'll just keep it on me. I'm totally over-reading the horseshoe. All right, well, we've got interactable statues here, so, aha. So you move, and you also move. I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say these guys probably do the same. Yeah, can we interact with all of these? Yeah, we sure can. We absolutely can. Now, what do? You go up and down. You all go up and down. All right. So, obviously, if those assassins were breaking the door down to find the Aldori stash, it's probably in this room. And look, I've played a lot of RPGs in my time. It's either behind the bookcase. It's not going to be behind that bookcase, because that just goes into the other room. It's behind that bookcase, or it's behind that painting. That's just game logic. That's all that is. That is game logic. I don't need to be Telfanar to know that. Well, I suppose it could be maybe behind this painting. Might be behind that one. I mean, they could have been kicking down the wrong door. That's perfectly feasible. All right, so obviously, again, just basic game logic, I need to make these statues. Now, see, that goes down. All right, Jathal, what happens if you do this? Does that do anything over here? All right, how about if I do this? All right, let's be smart about this. Are there any clues around here, like in the paintings, or those shields that tell me what combination of things I need to be doing? These are all just still lives with a lot of vases. That's not helpful. Painting of a tree, not helpful. What about that guy? No, not helpful. No, I'm not seeing any obvious clues in the paintings that say this is how these need to be arranged. It's obviously a glorified combination lock. You go up and down. Okay, and then you're up. Let's put you down. Okay, that makes everybody down on this side and these two up.
Request.
Does that doesn't do anything. All right. How about these two down? Yup. But now you're up, which is less than helpful. And you're all down, but you're up. Okay. All right. Let me just fidget with this for a bit. Okay, got it. All the swords have to be pointing down in both rooms. So all swords down in both rooms. I wish I could tell you the magic combination that I did to do that. It's like a glorified Rubik's Cube, basically. But, yeah, you put some up, some go down, some go up as you do each one. I wish I could tell you the magic secret combination of it, but I honestly just clicked on things until that happened. So all the swords need to be pointing down, and that opens up this room, unsurprisingly behind the painting. All right, well, let's go raid it. It took me long enough. Let's go raid the storeroom here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is definitely a secret cache. And there's a live rat in here. How did the rat get in? How did the rat solve the problem? All right, well, let's do some looting here. We got some gold. Yeah, we'll pop those in our pocket. An empty notebook that apparently a merchant would pay well for. How about the chest? Ooh, what's that? Copper ring, yes. And a wand of magic missile. Ooh, that's very handy. We should take that. And more gold, and a carved urn, and a shining scale. All pretty much vendor trash, but let's have a real quick look at that wand of magic missiles here. Now, I can use that, too. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. We've already got magic missile. We just have a wand for it now. Let's pop that in our belt. Let's actually get that equipped. And let's pop that down here and have that ready. 11 charges on it. Okay, fair enough. All right, well, let's get outside. I don't think there's anything else in this area that we need to be dealing with. There are no other doors up here. The only other exit is outside. Did we loot these guys? Did we take care of them? No, we didn't. Okay, take all of their potions for a start. You can keep the rest of that stuff. All right, well, what's going on out here? Actually, hang on, guys, hang on. Let's be
One with the shadows.
Reasonably stealthy about this. Oh, because there's a dead... Oh, here we go. There's a dead somebody here with a stunning mohawk, too. That took a lot of effort. And some assassins. All right, well, they're not going to be friendly to us. Let's get ready to murder. Why don't we use maybe our brand new magic missile wand? Go ahead and throw that down there. Lindsay, what could you do? Touch of fatigue. No, I don't really want you getting that close, truth be told. How about a simple daze spell on this assassin? Tarutccio, you're a little better armed in the spell-casting realm. Oh, stick with the classics, I think, Tarutccio. You know what? Stick with the other classics. Magic Missile, the guy that Lindsay is about to daze. And Chathal, why don't you open with an acid splash and then move in from there? That seems sensible. Oh, yeah. He didn't like that at all. He didn't like those magic missiles at all. Okay, I'm charging in, but let's not charge past these guys. That's just going to give them an attack of opportunity. We learned that, Telfanar. Try to remember these lessons that we learn here. And Jathal, you can also get in there. You are, still casting Daze, I think? Why don't you, Tarutccio, line up an acid splash on this guy? Okay, that guy's down. Hang on, is there... Oh, there's somebody else over here. You guys, get the crossbows out, which you already have, and start hammering at this guy, this assassin bowman. Jathal and I will take care of, hopefully, this guy. Okay, they're firing at that guy. This guy's dead. And, yeah, everybody just dogpile on him now. He should go down no problem now. Or reasonably no problem. There we go. We got an attack of opportunity on him. Help Jamandi Aldori. Help the wounded dwarf. Okay, what wounded dwarf? Not that guy. I think he's pretty dead. Well, let's keep moving along here. Oh, Harem. All right.
Notice, I can sense your silhouette hovering over me. It won't be much longer. Soon we shall meet, O Lord of Oblivion.
Harem, you are so depressing. All right, well, who's Grotus for a start? God of the end times, a sentient and cruel moonlet that looks down upon the boneyard and waits for the last living soul to die. Well, no wonder you're so sad, Harem. Look at the god you're worshipping. All right, well, we've got some checks we can do. Harem, you are just a downer. Wow. We could heal him. Pour one of the dwarf's healing potions into his mouth. That seems broadly sensible. But we could do some skill checks here. Diplomacy, aren't you being a bit premature? Look at yourself, you've barely got a scratch. So that might do the trick. Or intimidate, quit the act, stand and fight, or I'll really send you to your final rest. That's not really Telfanar. He's not going to get all aggro on him. But he might be a little snarky and go, you know, Harem, you barely got a scratch on you. You can get up and move around. I think that's more a Telfanar way to do things. He might be a little bit sarcastic and a little bit snarky. So yeah, aren't you being a bit premature, Harem?
That's impossible. Oh, it seems you might be right.
Yeah, I totally am. All right, we've kind of talked Aram off the ledge here. We gained 108 experience for that. Excellent. I do feel that Telfanar, being sort of a worldly guy, is going to often try and talk his way out of things.
It seems I will live. I suppose I must postpone meeting my god. Not for long, I'm sure. But while we remain in this transient world, Arim is at your service.
Okay, excellent. So we've got a new party member. Let me just check you out real quick. Spell conversion. Clerics and druid can convert their spells spontaneously. Cleric of good alignment doesn't need to prepare healing spells. They can spend almost any prepared spell to cast a cure spell. Okay, pretty standard stuff there. Speaking of cure spells, I've actually took a hit somewhere along the way. I actually didn't even notice that. Aram, now that I've talked you off the ledge here with your Doom God, can you maybe buff me up a little bit? Treat Affliction, Charge, True Strike. How about just basic healing here, Harem? Basic healing. No, you don't want to do any of that. Do you have anything in your spellbook you're not queued up with? No. Okay. All right, I got to rely on Lindsay for these things then. Lindsay, use one of your scrolls on me, please. Cure moderate wounds. We picked that up, I think, in the last episode.
Yes.
There we go. That's nice and topped off. And Aram, what exactly do you do for a living? You're a cleric. Oh, okay. I actually kind of assumed you'd be a frontline fighter. You know, being a dwarf, I suppose that's a little prejudice on my part. I assume all dwarves are charging into combat and are frontline fighters. You are indeed a servant of a dark god. Abandon hope and embrace the inevitable end. That's the kind of speech that Harem's companions must endure. Oh, good. You're just going to be a joy to have around, aren't you? All right, well, let's, now that we've actually got a reasonably full-up party here, let's do something about that, like change up our party configuration, because I should not be in the front line, so I'm going to set a custom formation. Let's bring Lindsay all the way back with Tarutccio, because their crossbows and spells, that's where they need to be. Harem, I know you're not a frontline fighter, but you are now. It'll get you closer to the end times, I assure you. And then Jathal, yeah, there we go. Me in the middle, Yeah, I like that. Okay. Jathal and Aram up front. They can take a few hits and give a few hits out. I'm going to be in the middle, sort of being a versatile character, maybe spellcasting. Maybe I go to the crossbow. Maybe I go to my short sword. And then Tarutccio and Lindsay all the way at the back. Good. I like that. The mansion's on fire. Guys, the guys who are just standing around here chit-chatting, the mansion is on fire. You are named. You're Keston Garrus. You are all generic guards. All right, I'm going to guess we probably have to talk to you, Keston.
You, run and get an axe. You, bring more water. You, stay here and hold our defense. Those assassins are still around here somewhere.
Yeah, probably worry less about the assassins, more about the building that's on fire.
Some of our guests survived. Good. You need to get to the banquet hall and help Lady Jamandi.
I'm concerned about the fact the house is on fire. Do you need help putting out the fire?
We'll manage. I've got my best people here, those who still live. Your place is by Lady Aldori's side.
Your best people are just standing around having a chit-chat break. Did you notice that?
It doesn't seem right. What if some of the guards are wounded? We need to help them.
Let's start with the basics, Lindsay. What is going on here?
Opened the gate, let in a group of assassins in the middle of the night. Now they've set the mansion on fire to cut off access to the hall. They don't want Lady Jamandi to get reinforcements. We cleared the passage so you can get through. Just try to avoid inhaling the smoke. We'll be right behind you. We just need to put out the fire first to save the mansion.
All right. Well, you should probably get on that. And you're going to ask me to go through a burning room to help out Lady Jamandi. All right. I really regret coming to this banquet. I just thought it was going to be a nice free meal. Maybe we get to cozy up some nobles for a while. It's turned into this rigmarole. Yeah, who are you?
House Garess, a fighter in the service of Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori. Right now, I'm in charge of the mansion guards. As you can see, there's a lot to do.
I don't think I really need to ask where the hall is. It's obviously through the burning room. All right, off we go. Yay. I just wanted a nice piece of mutton or something.
May Abadar keep you safe.
Who's Abadar? God of cities, law, merchants, and wealth. Also called the god of walls and ditches. Yeah, I'm just going to not deal with the burning building and have a theological discussion with Keston Garrus here. Is known to be a patient deity, maintaining a strong neutral stance. Well, that does not sound like a deity Telfanar would really get behind. Patient, neutral. No, I don't see that happening at all. All right. Here's the thing, team. We're going to charge through a burning building, apparently. Okay. Aha! Illustrated book episodes. Some game events play out as illustrated book episodes. The decisions you make during these episodes can have a drastic impact on the development of the game's plot. You'll need to make various skill checks. Depending on the circumstances, you'll need to choose one of your party members to perform an action, or sometimes it will be done automatically. All right, so you've got little moments of a real standard choose-your-own-adventure kind of thing. Excellent. Our adventure started earlier and much more tragic than we expected. Jamandi Aldori was waiting for us, but to get to her, we'd have to march through the fire, literally. As we approached the burning building, we did what? Drenched ourselves with buckets of water, tried to find a less dangerous passage, or covered our noses and mouth before we rushed in, which is exactly what the guy outside told us to do. He said, make sure we don't inhale any smoke. I would love to try and find a less dangerous passage. However, I'm going to step out of being Telfanar and just be someone who's played all sorts of choose-your-own-adventure over time. The building's on fire. If we try to find a less dangerous passage, we're not going to find one, and somehow we'll get injured in the fire. We're going to be rooting around for a less dangerous passage, and it's not going to work out. Because it's a tutorial area. There probably isn't a less dangerous passage. That's just logic. That's just game logic. That's just choose-your-own-adventure logic. I'm going to do what the guard outside said. Cover our noses and mouths before we rush inside. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought was going to happen. It was a good thing we hadn't wasted any time. After entering the building and taking just a few steps forward, the wall behind us slanted and crashed down with a terrible crackling sound. I am so not surprised, and we would have been caught in the middle of that. Red-hot bricks would have fallen right on our heads. Yep, thank you, Lindsay. That's exactly what my experience with Choose Your Own Adventure said was probably going to happen. Regardless, we were left with only one way to go. Hot air burned our lungs and our eyes watered, but Telfanar led us stubbornly through the flames. I'm not that stubborn about it. I didn't want to get involved in any of this. Heard someone calling for us. It was Valerie, one of the guards I chatted with a bit in the banquet hall. Even that calm setting, I'd been stunned by her beauty, but now amid the smoke and flame, she looked like a celestial Avenger, excuse me. She held a burned, barely living guard in her arms. There are 2 more. They are wounded. Help me pull them out. And we've got some checks to do. All right. We could do an athletics check and rush to save the guards from the fire. Or a diplomacy check to tell Valerie that she should leave them and join us to help Jamandi Aldori. Ooh. Which way would Telfanar go with that? He could go either way there. I mean, he just wants to get through this nonsense and get out of a burning room. There's a real level of self-preservation in Telfanar. I don't want to be inside a burning building. But he's not going to necessarily, by a mission, let an innocent person die. I mean, I don't know the guards, but I assume they're just doing their job. They're just on the payroll. Probably didn't really want to get wrapped up in this either. I think he's not going to walk by someone who is in need of help, that is basically innocent, that hasn't done anything wrong or harmed Telfanar in any way. I think we got to try and help them. Yeah, we're going to rush to save the guards from the fire. Oh, but we failed to do that. We failed an athletics check. I got to bump up his skills in that. Saving the poor fellows was harder than it seems. We inhaled a lot of smoke and burned ourselves more than once before managing to pull them away from the fire. Thank you, that was truly noble of you. Okay, so we did save them. We just probably took some damage doing it. All right, well, let's get out of here. Well, it doesn't look like we took any damage, but now we are all fatigued. Well, all of us except Jathal, and I can only assume that being undead, she's probably immune to fatigue, or possibly being an elf, she's immune to fatigue. Either one of those, or both, was probably an immunity to fatigue, but everyone else is fatigued. So what does that actually mean to me? -2 penalty to strength and dexterity. Ouch! That is harsh. And I don't think there's gonna be like a very convenient tutorial bed for us to rest in. I think we gotta push through this. Guard, and generic guard. Anything you guys want to say to me? You owe us your life. Thought you were a goner. No, you're all kind of generic here. All right, Valerie, let me just check out what you do for a living, please. You are a tower shield specialist. Now we got a frontline fighter. A valiant defender, no less. Oh, you're a paladin, even better. Super. Possibly a little too goody two-shoes for me, but let's push you right up to the front of the line. Yeah, you're heading right up there. I pull Jathal a little bit back. She can kind of hang out with me, because I feel we would be friends. Even though she's technically evil, I feel we'd get along under normal circumstances. All right, well, charging forward, here we go. Okay, so now that we're leaving, I guess, this zone, this area, we actually get a chance to pick up any of the loot that we left behind. When you leave a location, you can review uncollected loot from defeated enemies and decide whether you want to take it. Okay, loot from other sources such as plants, chests, and hidden stashes have to be collected manually. All right. Not sure I like that mechanic. It kind of loses a little bit of immersion for me. I mean, I think if I left something behind, that's my problem. I don't think I should magically get a chance to get it again when I'm leaving an area. It's a good mechanic in the sense that I can pick up all these health potions that I clearly left behind. Boy, I killed a lot of assassins. Holy moly, I killed a lot of assassins. 210 gold. Now, I know it said it's not from chests and stuff, but 210 gold was the exact right amount that was in the treasury that we didn't loot because Tarutccio told us to loot it, and we don't trust him as far as we can throw him. And he's very tiny. I can throw him pretty far, actually. But that's the exact amount that was in that treasury. I know it said not from chests, but just in case that's the treasury money, I'm not going to take that because Tarutccio told us to take it, and I don't trust him. Copper ring I'll definitely take, and those gold, and then that book, yes. And this is what? Incense? Okay, sure. Yeah, I'm not actually crazy about this mechanic. I almost kind of wish there was a way to turn this off. I think if I left something behind, that's my problem. It's losing a little bit of immersion for me there, but You know, it doesn't make me like the game any less. It's just odd. All right, off we go. The Frost Giant guy is back, and that's Jumanji Aldori, and that's a Frost Giant. Oh, it was indeed a Frost Giant. I called that one. It's pretty obvious. I mean, it looks like a Frost Giant. So Jumanji Aldori is facing off against the Frost Giant that we saw earlier, and what else is going on? Oh, all the assassins in the world live in this room. Is there anyone on our side? Except Jumanji Aldori? Is it just us against them? I see no other friendly faces here. I see a door that I wouldn't mind nipping out of, but... Wow, okay, everyone here is an enemy, except Jumanji Aldori. Okay, so, go team. Here we go. Well, let's just get in the room, first of all. This certainly looks like the final boss battle-y kind of thing. Yeah, something just happened. Alright, who? Okay, Valerie. Here's how this is going to go down. First of all, let me just re-equip everyone's belts and put some scrolls in and wands and whatever we got kicking around. I want to be able to use it. Well, not a heck of a lot I can do except re-equip everyone with health potions to make sure they're all fully stocked. I even gave Jathal some. I'm not 100% sure Undead can use a health potion, but she's got one anyway, just in case. Alright, so Harem and Valerie, you're the frontline guys. Just start, don't charge into these guys, because that'll give them all attacks of opportunity. Charge that guy. I know, we're going to strike as one. I put myself back on the crossbow action, because I think the three of us, and by the three of us I mean Telfinar, Lindsay, and Tarutccio, could probably take out these spellcasters. That seems like a really smart thing to do. And Shathal, why don't you just, oh, I don't know, go for that guy. Alright, let's see what happens here. Okay, yep, we're charging in there. Okay, slow it down. How did we do? I don't think we even hit the spellcaster yet. Tarutccio, we need to bring some magic into play here. Let's try and take out these frontline guys for them. That will give our frontline folks somewhere to go and something to do. And why don't you see if you can get a... he's put up duplicate images of himself. It's going to be hard to target him. Bowman over there. You know what? Just focus on the task at hand. Get through these guys, and then we can move on. All right, go. All right, good hit. All right. So you briefly somebody threw up a shield around these guys, and it's already down. I think we've got one of these guys down. You are still acid splashing. Good. That guy's dead. Oh, combat is a little frantic. I don't know. Daze something, Lindsay. Good. All right, do it again. Yeah, Daze... actually, not that guy. He's going to go down real quick. Daze the bowman. And then Tarutccio. What could you do with your time? No real scrolls you could be doing. Magic missile something. That bowman. Kind of spreading out my offensive spells is probably not the smartest idea, but it's Telfinar. He's not known for his smarts. I gave you a scroll. Put it on your belt. Thank you. There we go. So use this snowball scroll. Not even 100% sure where we picked that up, but use it on this rift channeler. Throw a snowball at that guy. Okay. Their front line is down. That means our guys... and mostly gals, actually, but our troops can charge in. Let's start picking away at the assassin leader if we can. He's probably pretty beefy. And are we going to get that snowball off? Yeah, we did, but we missed. That is unfortunate. Okay, everyone here with the crossbows. We did get the daze on the assassin bowman. That's good. Oh, who are you? Who are you? You're on my side. Oh, you're Amiri. Okay, cool. We've got some backup in here. Excellent. You deal with that bowman, then. I don't have control over you, but please deal with that bowman. You guys focus on the leader here. Alright, we're taking down his duplicate images. That's good. Okay, we got some really solid hits on that guy. Really solid. Now, are any of... No, we're doing great. We haven't really taken any major hits. Amiri's done good work. She's kind of dealt with that bowman. So Where did I go? Where did I go? Oh, I'm all the way over here with the crossbow. Oh, I'm smarter than I thought I was. Yay! All right, Tarutccio, let's keep hammering at this spellcaster down here. Do an acid splash down here. Lindsay, probably not going to get it to take, but see if you can get a daze on that guy. And I will follow up with... Oh, my Wand of Magic Missiles, actually. That's exactly what I'm going to follow up with. All right, everyone back at it. Now, how are we going to do with this guy? Okay, he definitely saved against the daze. I thought he would, but we got him with the magic missile. So you know what? Worked once, let's do it again. Magic missile him again, please. And Lindsay, where did Lindsay go? There you are. Yeah, exactly. Keep crossbowing that guy. I don't think you're going to have any luck with that daze. So, oh, did we take the leader down? I think in all the cacophony, we took the assassin leader down. Fantastic. Yeah, everyone keep doing what you're doing. You all seem to be doing sensible things. Yeah, everyone's going down now. Now we're doing fine. And we're all going to move over there. Valerie, did you want to get in on this action? Valerie, why are you just hanging out over there? Harem's taking a bit of a hit. Put the things on your belt that I told you to put on your belt, please. Thank you. And go ahead and take a healing potion. Alright, he's a little topped off. Oh. Did we get them all? Well, clearly we got them all. Fantastic. Speak with Jamandi and help Jamandi fight the assassins. I think we kind of covered that. Excellent. Yeah, I'm going to talk to you, but, you know, dead bodies, looting, whatnot. Oh, yeah, he's got all sorts of toys. Unidentified bracers. I should be pretty good with the whole lore thing. And, oh, potions for days. Potion of barkskin. Alchemist fire. All enemies within a 5-foot burst centered on the target. Ooh, so napalm is what we've got here. We've got a fireball in a glass jar. 1 die 6 points of fire damage. 1 point of fire damage from the splash. Super, awesome. Acid. Oh, even better. We love our acid attacks. Another one. And more healing potions. All sorts of good stuff. Don't take all, because I don't want that ridiculous armor they've got. That's just going to weigh me down. But I will take all of these potions. Yes, thank you very much. Good. All right, let's go talk to Jamandi. Figure out what the heck we do now. Apparently we weren't done looting. The frost giant's available for looting. Oh, not so much really. A great axe, that is probably a really good weapon for the right person, but not so much by me. Jamandi, what the heck is going on here? I came for a banquet. Now there's dead frost giants and assassins and spellcasters.
Thank you for your valor and bravery. The enemy was strong, but you were stronger, and that means I made the right choice. Just as I thought, there were worthy leaders among you. I'm especially grateful to them for the courage and common sense they showed while defending the mansion. But this attack means we have even less time than I thought. Someone already knows of our plans and is acting against us. You'll begin your expedition immediately.
Well, we're still doing the expedition thing? Do we want to maybe address the fact that your castle was besieged by assassins? Is that something we should probably deal with? All right, well, I guess we're still going on the initial expedition. All right. I really just came here for the banquet and maybe to pick a few pockets while I was in the neighborhood. But I'm basically a nice guy. All right. Well, sure, absolutely, Jamandi. We're getting swept up in an adventure here, as usual for Telfanar.
Lady Aldori, please, I know who arranged this attack. The vile king of Pitax, Iroveti. What's more, I know who among us works for him. Hey, you! Show everyone the ring you're wearing. You think I wouldn't recognize Iroveti's seal? That's why he wasn't killed. The bandits recognized him as one of their own by this signet ring.
Oh, you devious man, Tarutccio. That is actually well played. Now, I've never trusted Tarutccio, but when he gave us the magic ring in the last episode, yeah, I didn't trust him, but I did put it on because, you know, it's +1 armor class. You're not going to turn that down. But that's really clever that he's going to pull that out now. See this magic ring? Yep, he's an enemy. I wonder now, because there is a certain degree of subtlety in the game mechanics here. I wonder if I had not equipped the ring, or maybe stored it in a chest somewhere. Basically, if I didn't show up to this room with that ring on my finger, would these dialogue options be different? I might actually have to, in my own time, play it through again and see if that works. But we got it. We've got the ring on us. Now, we could try some diplomacy. Tarutccio is trying to set me up. He's the one who gave me this ring. But we've already passed our knowledge check for world knowledge. Again, that's why I set him up like this. Telfanar is worldly. He's been around. He knows things. And I could say I have no connections to Pitax, but Tarutccio clearly does. I've already passed the check, so we may as well give it a whirl.
Probably, yes. But this evidence is circumstantial at best.
All right, so didn't really advance us much there. I mean, she basically believes that Tarutccio is from Pitax, but isn't going to do anything about it.
There's definitely a spy among us. But who? All I have is one word against another. I'm afraid you're both under suspicion.
I just showed up for the banquet. I don't even know you. All right. Oh, Tarutccio, there's going to be a reckoning someday.
I bet my life despise anyone but this man. I saw how he dealt with those creeps with my own eyes. A true warrior. I'd go with him through hell and high water. This purple crook, on the other hand, he's got the eyes of a spy and the mug of a spy.
Well, Amiri's on my side, so that's less comforting than I would like it to be, but Amiri is on my side, all right.
Lady Aldori, don't listen to this thick-headed barbarian. She doesn't know what she's talking about. During the attack, our leader showed his true colors. He forced us to break into the armory and rob it.
Oh, Tarutccio, you specifically told us to go into the armory and rob it, but there's no way we can get around this. We did it. Moral choices. Sometimes your character has to make difficult decisions relying on their conscience. Such decisions impact your character's alignment, gradually shifting your character towards good, evil, lawful, or chaotic. All right. And some dialogue features special options that are available only to characters with certain alignments. So we could go all lawful neutral here. Forgive me for my trespass. In my defense, we were in the middle of a battle. Or chaotic neutral, we were in the middle of battle and needed weapons. There was no time to run and ask for permission. I think that's more Telfanar's line. Like, look, what do you want me to do here? I'm under siege by assassins. I don't know where you are. I'm not going to have you sign a consent form to grab a sword, which we didn't even do, actually. I mean, we took a couple of things out of the armory, but we didn't take the big stash of stuff. All right, yeah, that's what I would say. We're in the middle of a battle and we needed weapons.
An attack is no reason to break into rooms in someone else's house and pocket their property.
It kind of is, actually, Jumanji, Aldori, Sword Lord. It's actually a really good reason to break into somebody's room and pocket their property. I mean, I probably would have done that, attack or no attack. But there it is. I performed a chaotic neutral action.
Is it not insane to be faced with death and stop to question whether you may be breaking some law or rule? Our leader acted wisely.
Oh, well, thank you, Aram. Aram's on my side, too.
There is a difference between initiative taken in battle and blatant arrogation. How can someone who disregards authorities be a leader himself?
I don't claim to be a leader, Valerie. I've never said I was going to be a leader. I just got swept up in this. I didn't want to lead anything. You can be leader for all I care. I'm just kind of in it because I go with the flow.
What about that trick he pulled right before we came in here?
What trick? What'd I do? What did I do?
He knew very well you were fighting the enemy, but instead of rushing to help you, he dallied as long as he could, dropping everything to save people from the fire, even though the guards were handling things just fine. He was obviously hoping to show up too late and find you already dead.
Oh, Tarutccio. And just pausing on this as we're kind of going through all these sort of consequences for our actions during this tutorial area. I really dig this part. This is nice because some of the things we did, you know, the whole armory thing and the ring and all of that stuff, at no point did anything pop up and say, you are making a choice that has consequences. This may affect you down the road. No, it was all very subtle. We were just playing the game. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere at the end here, all of those things we did now have consequences without us really knowing it. Nothing flashed up on the screen and said, you are making a choice that has consequences in the future. No, we're just playing the game. But now Tarutccio pops up and says, oh yeah, those guards you saved? Yeah, that was terrible. And that ring I gave you, remember the part of the game that you just sort of idly put a ring on? Now that has a real consequence down the road. So well done, Pathfinder Kingmaker. All right, so what are we going to do here? Why is save highlighted? Yeah, I know I helped Valerie save people. Ooh, people were dying in front of me. How could I just walk by? I wouldn't have saved them without good reason. Dead soldiers are useless, but wounded could still help Keston defend the mansion. No, I mean, we specifically saved them because we said we're not just going to walk right by and let somebody die. So that is basically what we do.
Trying to save others is commendable, but Tartuccio's right. You were needed here more.
Wow, you're harsh, Jamandi. So you would not have even saved your own men. Ooh, you are cold.
May Shellen spare me from ever having to make such a choice, but he behaved decently as a true leader.
Yeah, I kind of thought Lindsay would be on my side. Everyone called that.
A true leader is someone who has their priorities straight, not someone who would put a valuable ally's life in danger for the sake of some servant.
Oh, come on, Jathal. I knew Jathal wouldn't like it, but I do want her to be my buddy. I feel we'd get along, but I kind of thought she wouldn't like that decision.
Enough squabbling. I'm still not sure which of you I can trust. However, the risk of entrusting the whole affair to a spy is too great. Here's what we'll do. 2 teams will head out. That way, I'll know at least one group can be counted on to serve my interests in the stolen lands.
Okay, so we're going to split our forces here. Well, at least I won't be going with Tarutccio. That's the one thing I can count on, because he's going to lead his own team.
Lady Aldori, most of those who were to set off for the stolen lands have been killed. Those who yet live will require help. Please allow me to join the expedition.
Well, of course you're going to join. You're obviously a companion character, Valerie. Do we have to go through this with all of them?
I'm sad to lose such a talented warrior. But you're right, Valerie. They have greater need of you right now. Go, and may Abadar keep you. Which of the 2 teams would you prefer to accompany?
Yeah.
Tarutccio allows.
Oh.
I would join his team.
Come on.
Forgive me, but I don't appreciate your willfulness.
What do you mean by willfulness? You described your motives in a way that seemed too chaotic. Well, I am kind of chaotic, Valerie. It's tough to lose a frontline paladin fighter, but I kind of get it. I didn't feel she'd be on our side.
And I like our leader. What wisdom lies in minding orders, laws, and rules in the face of oblivion, knowing not whether you'll be alive tomorrow? I will go with his team.
Oh, goody. Aram's coming. Fantastic. I'll look forward to that.
Our leader is good in battle, but I don't like all the spiritual agonizing. I prefer those who can act without wasting time helping every little pipsqueak. Those like Tarutccio.
Losing Jathal, that's a blow.
Tartuccio's going to take the credit for himself and be done with it. Shellen, spare me from such allies. I'm going with you. You're a hero worthy of my quill.
I knew since I plugged in the game I was going to be stuck with Lindsay, but here we go.
I don't even need to think. I'm coming with this man. As for you, Purple Toad, just wait until we meet along the way. I'll be sure to hang your rotten spy guts from the trees.
Okay, we got Amiri. Good. So we have a frontline fighter, and a pretty decent one, too. She's not much of a conversationalist, but she's going to be good in a battle. All right, I think that's everyone accounted for.
All right, we have 2 teams. To avoid unnecessary conflict on the road, you'll each take a different route to the stolen lands. Tartuccio's team will go through Navacta's crossing. The garrison commandant will provide him all the help he needs. You will take your team to Oleg Leviton's trading post. He's been complaining about the Stag Lord's bandits for a while now. There, you'll be provided with all the necessary travel supplies.
And indeed we are. Camping supplies and rations, signed scroll of Ray's dead. All right, sounds like we're getting on our way.
Tarutccio, your words are quite convincing. But I can't afford to trust words alone. If you're really innocent, I hope you'll prove it with your deeds.
His words aren't convincing at all, lady. You got to learn how to read people. Telfinar's been around a little bit longer than you, perhaps, and, well, perhaps not around longer, but he's seen more than you have. You may have had a little bit of a sheltered life. His words are not convincing at all. I didn't trust him from day one. I'm not sure why you did.
While you're away, Keston will investigate the night's events and learn who in Restov is working for Patax. But you should know that it isn't just Patax we need to worry about. The royal house of Sertova may also interfere in our plans. I've managed to keep this affair a secret from them so far, but that can't last long. By my estimations, you have no more than 3 months. After that, any feats you accomplish will be pointless.
Okay, so we got a time crunch on this, too. We have 3 game months to get this done, so probably not dilly-dallying would be good. I didn't realize there was going to be a time limit to this.
And now, farewell. This battle was but the first ordeal along your path, and you overcame it as true champions of Restov. May the obstacles that follow also fall to your feet. Fear nothing, my friends, and return victorious.
Well, I hope so, and I hope we get a reckoning with Tarutccio down the road. I feel that we will. I've got to feel that's probably one of the last things we'll do. There it is. And that's a great place to call it for today. Sorry, a little bit of a longer episode, but I did want to finish off the initial area and get the adventure started in earnest. We'll pick this up again with more Pathfinder Kingmaker next time. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time. Johnny, you can shoot a thing 3 times with your pistol now, and I'd like to talk to you about that. I would like to have a discussion with you, Johnny, about shooting something 3 times with your pistol. Specifically, that thing.